Ciao Juventini of the world, good morning, buongiorno a tutti, spero che andate tutti bene, I hope you're all doing well. I did forget to put the lights in the background, this is a detail, I will try to fix that a bit later. I am totally sorry because I am short in time. Normally you know that before the press conference, and what a press conference, the one of the Derby d'Italia, Inter-Juve, in their stadium in Milano. Well, normally I always start like 15-30 minutes before to warm up the people, to tell them come, enter in the live, because what is the objective of this live? Well, listening to the words of Max Allegri, and no taboo, no manipulation of words, listening and translating real life, the real words, explaining also the facial expression, trying to understand when he's joking, when he's serious, so that you have the total information correctly in real time of the coach. And you know it is not a European competition, so there is only one person that will speak and answer the questions. It is Max Allegri. We will start in 3 minutes. We have no time, so let me just say hello to the people that are here in this morning, and also especially the people that will take the time to watch it in replay. This time you will have you don't have to scroll really far because the press conference is starting in 3 minutes, so it will be really easy for you. Don't forget, we start immediately the day with a beautiful maximum of like, and we say hello to Styler Z, the first one to write in the chat, Charles Leclerc, Michael Arteta, Kushtrim, Dudu, we have EA, Anthony Schifano, buongiorno, Stavros, Bogdan Gradisteanu is there with us, Sanibat, Don Simon 82, RB comes, buongiorno amico, congrats on the Montemuro, that was a fantastic one, thank you, Ahmed Sako, hello Beppe, and hello all, Darren, and then we have Paul Chopa, Bogdan Gradisteanu, Sorghiero CR7 Man e Football CR7 Game. What a nickname, mamma mia, you already give me headache in the morning. Hello Beppe, hello Sordiero, CR7 Man e Football CR7. Ciao a tutti. So how are you feeling? I don't know if we have the time to read your answers, but how are you feeling before the Derby d'Italia? And I have a big revelation to do. I have a big thing to admit. And that you don't know, I never said it publicly, so it will be the very first time I say this. Guys, I have to be honest with you, totally honest. Well, I don't like Inter. Voilà, je l'ai dit, I said it, it is said, now you know my biggest secret, I don't like Inter. It is what it is, guys. I would love to say otherwise, but it's not the truth, so I'm not lying. I don't like Inter. It is what it is. Buongiorno to Amadou Ba, to Bogdan Gradisteanu, just Bogdan. No, but I like to say the full name. I don't know why. I fell in love with Gradisteanu. Amatsako, I am confident facing Inter. Didn't feel like this in 2-3 years. It will be a tough one. I'm curious to listen to Max Allegri, Massimiliano Allegri. I take this one, otherwise it will be a disaster. So let me check if everything is working. You know that we have to do the audio test. Let me check. Look, listen to that. Pa 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 pa. It's over. Whoa! 12 o'clock. So it should start in a minute. Max Allegri is always on time. Never forget that. Important. RB comes Beppe. If we get Manchester United, I will be going to the game. That's beautiful. First, we have to beat Sporting, of course. Bogdan, thank you, Beppe. Let's go, Juve. Aloy, just DJ. No, I'm mixing nothing, guys. Good morning from Scotland, Beppe. Ciao, Colin Wilson. With the Italian flag with the logo of Juventus in the middle, if my eyes are good. Dave, Turin Giants, why are you not sleeping? Why are you awake? What is your problem in your life? What is the thing that makes you going up from your bed? Because I know where you're living. So early in the morning, what are you doing? Dave, go back to sleep. The video will remain in replay anyway. Maximum of like, let me check if people yes or no are going for it. In the meanwhile, of course, as usual, I will already switch to the press conference screen. Press conference of Inter Juve, Forza Juve, Forza Juve, Forza Juve. Max Allegri is virtually already ready, not yet in real life, so we will have to wait a bit more for him to arrive. I am live, guys, so I'm waiting. 1 past 12 is still acceptable. How long is it acceptable to be late? Is it 1 minute, 3 minutes, 0 minutes, 5 minutes? Where does it start to be tricky? What is acceptable? You know, I heard, in the past, 5 minuti accademiche, le 5 minuti academic, the 5 minutes, that are respectable. 3 to 5, 4 minutes, not more, from Aloy. Ciao from Sweden! Big love from Sweden. Keep up the good work, my friend. Thank you, Dopsy or Dospi. Antoine, buongiorno Pepe, io ci credo per l'Europa League. Antoine is believing in Europa League. If you are not 15 minutes early, you are 50 minutes late. Beautiful sentence this morning from Dave Turin Giants. This morning I'm doing it like the radio. What do we see in the meanwhile? We see the birthday of Simone Padoin, talismano from Juventus, but also Gleison Bremer, say no to racism. Attenzione! Buongiorno, scusate il ritardo di 2 minuti. These are the first words of Max Allegri. Hello, good morning. I'm sorry for the 2 minutes late. I told you, I told you. We go. Translation. Good morning, calling Wayne. We start. First question from the club, Eduardo Sidi. What game needs Juventus to do to bring the result home? Allegri. We need to do a beautiful game against a strong Inter. It's always a beautiful game, a fantastic game. 70,000 supporters. Derby d'Italia. It will be a fascinating game. We have to be really, really strong and good. Romeo Agresti. Boom, boom. Today, there will be the last training. I will have to evaluate the conditions of Di Maria. Looks like he's doing well. Also the conditions of Bonucci, Miretti. Milik will not be at disposal. Alexandro will not be there. Chiesa is at disposal. He scored, and I'm really happy about that fact. In the last game, not in training. And then all the other ones that played on Thursday, they are all at disposal. So, okay, at the moment, no new dangers. What about Locatelli? Because versus Freiburg, he was not that great and he was not called up in the national team of Italy. What is the condition of Locatelli? Max, no, I thought he was doing well. I took him away in the last 5 minutes because the game was done, was over. I thought it was good for him to rest a few minutes, but Locatelli is doing well. No problem with Locatelli. Chesney said, question from the journalist, Chesney said that you can arrive in the top 4 even with the minus 15. How important is the game of Inter? Max, I believe that we need to have the ambition to do the max of what we can. Tomorrow is the last game before the international break. It's an important one, a difficult one, the one in Milano, because we know it. The face-to-face with the big teams are always difficult to play. We lost versus Milan, versus Roma, we lost versus Napoli, we won versus Lazio, Inter, we drew versus Roma. So, if you are speaking about head-to-head, we win 2, we lost 2, we draw some. We are in balance there. We are in balance. Regarding the ranking, we are behind. It's difficult to recuperate. We have to do the max that we can. Especially because looking at the ranking in this moment, and I repeat it, and I will repeat it until the end of the season, the team on the field did 53 points. And that's how we have to look at it for the team. Then, on the 19th of April, when there will be the verdict, we will see what will happen. We have the Europa League to play and the Coppa Italia. Let's think and focus on the game of tomorrow and then trying to recuperate some energy. And then, tranquilly, with calma, playing 9 games in April. Because April will be a month that will be really enthusiastic and with a lot of enthusiasm. Question from the journalist, Mediaset. What about Chiesa and Di Maria? They are doing well, but not at 100%. Can we see them at the same moment on the field? Or will it be one starts, one goes out? Max is saying, or both of them are out. We don't know. I tell you. Meiskin suspended. Milik not there. I have no changes up front. We have Sule, that can be a change up front, but he's not a first striker. As a first striker, I have only Vlahovic. The important thing is doing a correct game, a right game. So we have to do a beautiful performance tomorrow. Question. Juventus was the most unlucky from all Italian ones in the draws of Europe. And then, are the Italian teams lucky to be all in the same side of il tabellone to go to the final? Max, regarding Juve, Sporting is a good team, technical team. Let's say a team that is young but with a lot of enthusiasm, and they are good. So we will try to prepare ourselves at the best when we have to play against them. For the Champions League, well, the balls of the Champions League, they are like that. They are like that. They have 75%. The Italian teams have 75% to go in the final. It's a beautiful sign for the Italian Serie A, of course. Tutto Sport. What about the growth of Gatti, and can we see him on the start of the game? Max. About Gatti, on him he has a lot of energy. He's one that is with a lot of fire inside. He needs to grow into the management of the ball. He did a great game last Thursday. It could be that tomorrow he starts again, and he's doing like this with the face. Gatti starts tomorrow. Journalist, you said that Vlahovic would have unlocked himself, that he would score. Now that he scored, do you believe that it's now until the end of the season that he unlocked himself mentally? Max, I don't believe it's a question of Vlahovic. I believe that the team needs to do much better than what we did in the second half, because it was a really horrible second half. And especially we have to be conscious that we are going to Milano to play against Inter, an Inter that didn't lose in their stadium, that has a beautiful record at home this season. So tomorrow it's a big test, an important one, against a physical team that is really great in the aerial duels. They have that enthusiasm to reach a quarterfinal in Champions League, so it will be a beautiful game. Important, really important for us, the game of tomorrow. Question from the journalist. Is there something that is annoying you in the team? Do you believe that you were expecting now that the team was understanding a bit more what you were asking them to do, if now more than 1 year after? Max, I have and we have to become much better in ball management in moments of the game. When we have to increase, when we have to go lower, when we have to be more accurate in the passes. But I saw a beautiful increase in the team. Now, let's think to finish this round of game with the game of tomorrow. Then we need to recuperate some energies. There are some players that played 16, 17 games like Danilo, Bremer. After the international break, we will have Milik, Alexandro. Let's see how Pogba will be. Chiesa will be a bit more up in terms of physical condition. Bonucci will be there. At full power. So we have some players that in the last part of the season, and especially in the month of April, it will be really important to have all of them so that they can give me the options to change, because we will play really every 3 days. And that will be super important. So let's do step by step. Calma, calma, calma. Corriere della Stampa. About the words of Mourinho. Mourinho said, you know, that he was not really happy about the teams that are eliminated from the Champions League that are going in Europa League, and that they should not be in Europa League to be able to compete to arrive to the final and winning the final. And Max Allegri is, I pressed pause. Max Allegri said, well, I believe that this is the format of UEFA. This is not Juventus that is organizing and choosing the rules. So I believe that Mourinho, with what he said, is attacking directly UEFA. Guys, Max is a genius. Max is a genius. We continue. How is Pogba doing? Are you expecting him to be there after the international break? Stupid question. Allegri. With Pogba, it's already 8 months that you are doing the same questions. When he's doing well, like he was doing well versus Torino, well, he will be at disposal. I believe that it will be quite difficult to see him immediately after the international break. We need a bit more time. Last question. You and Inter, according to the media, you have the strongest squad of Serie A. If you're looking at Napoli, with all the gap that you have with Napoli, my question for Allegri is, I don't know what he's asking. You receive a lot of criticism, but both of you are defending your team, your work. Are the criticism right? This is what he's asking. Max, it's not about defending or who's right or who's wrong. The one that is right in football is the one that is winning. At the end of the year, you evaluate, you do an analysis of what went well, what went wrong. It makes no sense that this year I start saying, we didn't do for a really long time this. And then you see some beautiful and positive things. For example, that we saw 5 youngsters with less experience that played. I believe that that's a positive thing. The season didn't go, even if it's not over yet, but didn't go as we expected. In this moment, everything is beautiful. And then in 20 days, everything is the opposite of what we are saying today. Yesterday, I was listening some things about the start of the season. Now it's all the opposite. You don't arrive in final. In general, and not Juve. You don't arrive in final. You're out of the top 4. Now that you are thinking that everything is phenomenal, at the end, you will have a really bad season. In general, let's say that the objective of a team, and in this case Juventus, is to arrive in this moment to be able to play all the possibilities to arrive in final of Coppa Italia, final of Europa League, and looking to remain in the top 4, that at the moment we have to defend our second spot, because on the field we have 53 points that are 3 more than Inter, 5 more than Milan, 4 more than Lazio, I believe 6 more than Roma, I believe, because I believe they have 47 or 48 points, I don't know. Anyway, we have to defend our second ranking. Then, I repeat, what is happening off the field, at the moment it should not arrive here. We have to evaluate what we do on the field. And on the field at the moment, we did 53 points. Like this. And we are 3 points over Inter. 5 points over Milan. 4 points over Lazio. 6 points over Roma. If at the end of the year, the team at the net of the verdict, we are 6th in the ranking or 5th in the ranking, that means that the season went not good at all for us. But now, at the moment, we have to defend that second spot. That is the one on the field. The rest doesn't matter. You like it or you don't like it. Buona giornata, grazie Max Allegri. Mamma mia, show of Max Allegri. Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia. Oh la la, oh la li, oh la la. Papapi, papapo. What a beautiful press conference with Max Allegri quite irritated at the end. I hope you enjoyed that one. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. So, guys, it's really a performance, huh? Real life. Translating the words of Allegri without delay. It's real life. I believe I need to clip that last part. I need to clip it, and it's real life. It's incredible. Fantastico. So what? Now that you heard, guys, your opinion. Mamma mia, the voice went away. Opinion about the press conference of Max, about what he said. We know one thing, that tomorrow Gatti will start, that we don't know if Di Maria and if Chiesa will start the game, but the good thing is that at the moment they are in the squad list. Let me know. Ciao Sasha, ciao to Huara. I really hope that Gatti starts tomorrow because he played amazing against Freiburg, but it's important to understand also the small things. He said he played a really great game. He had to become better with ball management. And this is all the things that we are saying, and also showing and saying the words that we were all saying before La Foga. That enthusiasm, the fire inside that sometimes can bring Gatti to do mistakes. And that's why he has not received, until this season, a lot of starting games, because you never know. He has too much fire because he wants to do really, really, really well, which is great, which is really great. But he needs to be calm, a bit more adapting to to what's happening. But when he spoke about Gatti, the question, he didn't want to say yes, he will start definitely, but he said, you know that the Italians are speaking a lot with the head. Watching the head, I counted really fast. He did 2 times more this than this. So he did like did you see the you see, you go in slow-mo like this, no, yes, no, yes, and then it is yes, no. You see, there was more yes at a certain moment, guys. You have to Of course, if this morning and tomorrow morning, when they are doing La Rifinitura, tomorrow is La Rifinitura, that's the last test warm-up in the morning before the game. If it looks like he's not playing well, or it looks like a bit less focused, he will not play. Rugani will enter, or will change the setup of tomorrow. But at the moment, watching it's more a yes than a no. Ciao Alwi! Beppe, according to Allegri and the total silence of Pogba, it seems the season is over for him. That's not what he said. We just translated the words of Max Allegri one by one about the question of Pogba. He said it's already 8 months. It's already 8 months that we are asking the same questions about Paul Pogba, but he answered it also. And he said, will he arrive right and be ready after the international break? According to Max Allegri, then you never know in football, he will not yet be ready, and we need a bit more time. So my dream, guys, to be there on the 4th of April, Coppa Italia, Juve Inter, and to see finally for the very first time live Paul Pogba. It's gone. That's what I understand. But in April you have 9 games, so you need a bit more time. Can be that he arrives the 5th, the 6th, the 10th, the 15th. But the one thing that he said really important is we don't know when he will be fit like he was, or he seems to be, versus Torino. He will be called up and he will be there. So it's a day by day, but how many times did we say it's not the season is over for Pogba? It's Pogba is one that you can't calculate now when he will be back, and you have to think, okay, it's not there. That's a slightly difference with the season is over. The season is over is Pogba, go to Miami, to your beautiful house there with a physiotherapist, and you start training so that you're ready in July when we start the season back. This is season is over. Here is maybe he will play 0 minutes anymore with Juventus until the end of the season. Maybe in mid-April, end of April, May, he can play some games. Slight difference, but of course, if you are looking at the season of Pogba, it's absolutely not a success. But that's something that we knew. These improvements continue, then if these improvements... Wait, I will start from the beginning. I was starting to lose a lot of faith in Allegri. I know, because I was following your thoughts, but the way he has handled this off-the-pitch situation is simply fantastic from him, and I am finally starting to see some improvements. These improvements continue, then I think he deserves one more year, which will be the decisive year for him. I think it's too early, and it makes no sense to every 2 weeks. He said it today in press conference, and that was an important part. What you do today can be fantastic, but in 20 days can be a total horror. So people today are evaluating moments. Look, if we win versus Inter tomorrow, please, s'il vous plaît, I should leave. Thank you, please. Please, prego. If we win versus Inter tomorrow, we go with the international break, with a smile, with a relaxed feeling, with 6 points in the ranking of the on-the-field ranking, 6 points over Inter, secured second spot without any problem, and we brief, and we have mentally a great feeling before we come back and we start again that crazy month of April, because April will be super tough. Let me check. I believe I wrote it in the Telegram group yesterday, so let me go and try to find it. Where is Telegram? Oh. Wait, Okay. Wait, I need to do something. I didn't insert it here. Okay. 1 second, guys, It's not perfect, but well, you know, I have these kind of problems with my life. I need that everything is perfect, otherwise I start to be crazy. There is nothing worse, when these layouts, when you see, the details that are not great. When I'm watching a live and I see some overlays and you see that it's not perfect, this is giving me nerves. I close the live. When I see that it's not perfect, or at least that people are not doing the effort to double check before going live, mamma mia, this is giving me OCOD, or how do we call it? Mamma mia, I go crazy. Anyway, April the 1st, Verona. 3 days later, Inter, Coppa Italia. April the 8th, Lazio, 4 days later. 5 days later, for once we can brief a bit, 5 days. Sporting at home. Sassuolo on the 16th, 3 days later. What does that mean, 3 days later? You play a game, depending where you are, you have to travel back. You have the day after where you rest virtually. So the 14th, for example, you rest virtually because you are there for a bit of training for the players that didn't play. For the players that played, it's like scarico. You do gym, basically. The 15th, you train and you also travel. It's crazy. It's totally crazy. And then you play the game on the day later. The 20th, Sporting, decisive game away. Then the night before that, you have the 19th, you have the verdict that can mentally be a great boost or a hammer. 23rd, Napoli. 26th, Inter. 30th, Bologna. Follow the Telegram group, guys, because you have all the news that are fantastic. And we also add a new option a new option. It's a new option, a new way, a new thing. It's Mohamed El Shahali that is writing every night the ET time, El Tactico time. He stouts about something that happened in the day that is always really fantastic. Anyway, this is something else. Let's go back to what we were speaking about. As you believed, if we beat Inter, you go back with a smile, and then you prepare April. If you lose, guys, it's a disaster. And Allegri is bad, and this is bad, and the team is not ready, and look where we are, look at the ranking. So instead of speaking about 56 points, second in ranking, people, they will not say you are still second, maybe at equal point of Inter. They will tell you you are 8th, 7th, or I don't know what position. So it's how you are looking at things, if you win or if you lose a single game of tomorrow. That is an important game. But he said it really well. Look, today the people are saying Serie A is back. Fantastic teams, the level they was raised in Serie A with, he didn't mention the team, but Inter and Milan, guys. Speaking about Inter, Milan, Roma. Inter, Milan, Roma. Today, they are glorified on every paper. Correctly, because they are in the quarterfinal of Champions League, because they have the possibility to go to the semi-final, even to reach the final. They are close to the top 4, but one will be out of that top 4. Maybe even 2 teams can be out of that top 4. So be honest, without BS, and I will not take Inter. Because that's a disaster. Imagine Milan, that now they are saying it's a fantastic season. They have the possibility to go and so on and so on. Imagine if Milan finish 5th and they are eliminated in Champions League in quarterfinal versus Napoli. And they are already not in the Coppa Italia because they were already eliminated. I don't remember versus who. Torino. Is it a successful season for Milan? Yes or no? Is it a successful season for Milan? Yes or no? Milan, that in the beginning of the season was competing with Napoli. They were there on top. They had the possibility to go and win the Scudetto. Is it a beautiful season for Milan? Yes or no? No, it is not. It is not, because they failed every single possibility to play or to win a trophy, or at least to give the feeling that they are competing. It's a no. They are winners of the Scudetto. They are Scudetto holders. It's a disaster season. But in big parts of the season, Milan was glorified. Same as Inter. That Inter had a difficult moment and they were correctly criticized as well. But now Inter looks that they are back, that they are really strong. In Serie A, they are starting to win again. In Champions League, they beat how? But they have beaten what team again? I don't remember. Anyway, they beat a team there. I don't remember which team. Which team? Which team did they beat in Champions League? I know they parked the Porto. Porto, I took it away from my memory. I erased Porto from the memory. Same for Inter. If they are out, Roma. They won last year the Confederation League, Conference League, the Meeting League, or I don't know. They won it. Dybala, La Gioia, Mourinho, the Prince of Rome, the new King of Rome, or whatever, is doing a documentary on the balcony with my friend Marco Messina on Paramount Plus. The God arrives on earth in Roma, la capitale d'Italia. If this year they are eliminated versus Feyenoord, if this year they are not in top 4, which was their ambition of the beginning of the season, is it a beautiful season for Roma? No. If Juventus will arrive, let's say, in the top 4, they will win Europa League. Let's not even speak about Coppa Italia. Will it be a successful season? I will be controversial here. People will celebrate and they will be happy because we arrived 4th and because we won the Europa League. But these were not the objectives of the beginning of the year. Then you have all the things that are surrounding it. The -15, the mentality of the team at a certain moment, the being down, no management anymore. You have the injuries, the bad preparation in the summer. But the objectives of the beginning of the year were competing for the Scudetto, trying to win it. at least competing until the end. You remember? Then I always said, you win, you don't win. I hope we win, but competing, and we are not competing. We were eliminated in the group of Champions League, guys. So it's a season that you have to evaluate with ups and downs, and every single team has ups and downs. Some, they start slower, they finish in crescendo. Look at the words that we are using today on the channel, mamma mia. And then you have teams that are starting as turbo power and they fall. And this is usually always the case of a Napoli that is starting November, December, boom, they collapse, and then they have a bit of revival, but it's too late because Spalletti is starting to look at the ground. Has always happened. This year, they were lucky to have that, because the stars, they said, Napoli. This year it's Napoli. Perfect mercato session. Perfect. Can we criticize it? No. Insigne, Koulibaly, Mertens, whoever you want, gone. Raspadori, they have a bench now. Raspadori, Simeone, they have starters. Kvaratskhelia, you have Kim Min-jae, you have in top form Osimhen, that in the beginning of the year he was injured and then he had some problems with Spalletti. You have the World Cup in the middle where you avoid that gap. Not a lot of players traveled. You have that boost. You start again a new season, so that boost is replicated when you start again, and that's where they are taking the advantage. Now, with 15, 18 points advantage on the second one, they don't care if they lose or not one game, because they have so much, and they are also boosted by a City, so everything is there. Congratulations. And at the end of the year, whatever happens with Napoli, they will win the Scudetto, but if they win or not the Champions League, they already did history. This is today, we can already admit that Napoli did maybe one of the best seasons ever. 360 degrees, launching new players, winning the Scudetto. The last time was more than 30 years ago. Arriving for the first time in their history, because of course, Napoli, they are speaking, the supporters, look at Juve, they are mocking. They are never focused on their self. Instead of celebrating, they are mocking the other ones, trying to make them smaller. But if you're looking at Napoli, for the very first time in their history, very first time they arrive in quarterfinal. Happy. Congratulations. Be proud of it. It's the first time, huh? It's the first time. It's the very first time. You are a Leicester. You are a fairy tale. You are Atalanta. Atalanta arrived even further than you already. Calma, but they will have a beautiful one. Juve, we have to take tranquillo, time to analyze at the end of the year. So I would not go do immediately with let's give one more season to, mamma mia, what a long answers to RB comes. I would not go with he deserve, he don't deserve, he deserve, he don't deserve. I would say, like I always say, okay, he will stay until the end of the season. This is a fact. So let's stop Allegri in, Allegri out, because we concede a goal, or we miss a goal, or we score a goal, or we win a game. No, Allegri is in. We are April, because we play tomorrow and then we are April. April to end of the season. At the end, you take a seat. You sit on the seat, face to face. You speak. What went well? Fagioli played more than 30 games. Miretti played more than 30 games. Sule played more than 20 games. You launched Ealing, Barrenechea. But why? You want it, or because of the injuries? Important. Next year, when you will have all your players at disposal, what space will they receive in your game, Max? Only Fagioli. It's not enough. 3 players. Okay, and we go. You see, it's always like that I analyze. But anyway, just forget. Just forget. Of course, I forgot about Porto. People, they are not speaking anymore, when I start with that. So what can we remember of that press conference? That he really understands how important is the game of tomorrow. Gatti will play. Chiesa and Di Maria are there, but not sure if they will start. But that can be a tactical move to not show the cards, like when you are playing at poker. That Inter never lost in their home. So that we repeat that we did better in Serie A than Inter, Lazio, Milan, because these are facts and we are aware of it. Why is he saying that psychologically? He's saying we did better than them. We are better than them. He's showing and sending a message to the locker room. They are watching now. And he's saying to them, and he will repeat it in the locker room, he will say, ragazzi, siamo più forti dell'Inter. Ragazzi, we are stronger than Inter. And it's not blah, 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 blah. These are facts. Look at the ranking. You did better than Inter. You did better than Milan. You did better than Lazio. You did better than Roma. You did better than Atalanta. This is the truth. Like Antonio Conte says,
if you want the truth, I tell you the truth.
We can hide, we can sing, we can do whatever you want. This is the truth. In Serie A, blah, 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 only Napoli is there. Over everyone. Mucho más? No lo sé. No pienso. Eso es la verdad. That's the truth. I finished. 55 likes. You are a disaster, guys. You are a real disaster. You are a disaster. Mark, we need to forget that we can get the 15 points back. It is important that we continue to do our best and more, knowing that right now we are still 7th place in Serie A. No. Because you are preparing a game that if you focus mentally, it's the choice of words that can be important and decisive to enter a game like that. We are 7th. You are way weaker than Inter. No, we are stronger. This is what we have to know, that we can fight against Inter. It will be tough tomorrow. And that's what we did on the field. I have never seen a season like this out of my 14 years of supporting this club. Never seen anything like this. Complete madness. Thank you, Sasha. Beppe, will we win against Inter? I don't know, guys. If I knew, I believe I would be super rich because I would bet. But I don't know. It's a Derby d'Italia. You can't predict. You know also why? Because I have experience with Derby d'Italia. If you go to the Telegram group, I've posted a video that I found online that I already watched because it's already an old video from 2020. So it's already a 3 years old video. So you are even missing episodes of the last years with Zakaria and so on. But if you are looking to that one, you will see how many strange things happened in the Derby d'Italia. Here is Uncle Sharma. Here is. You will see how many strange things. Red cards to Van der Sar. Some people were not even born yet, but I don't forget. Ghost offside of Trezeguet. Goalkeeper Toldo scoring with a hand. Guys, it's not me inventing. Telegram, you watch the videos and you judge by yourself. But you never can you never can predict a Derby d'Italia. You never can predict. On the field in Serie A, we are better than Inter. Fact, 53 points for Juve, 50 for Inter. They are playing at home. They are really strong at home. Juventus is weaker away. This is the truth. Because if you are looking, Juventus lost versus Napoli away. Juventus lost versus Milan away. Juventus lost versus Roma away. So, Juventus win at home versus Inter. So tomorrow we have to show that we are stronger and better than Inter in their home. That will be difficult. No, you can't predict. You never know. You can't predict. Ahmad, I shared it with my friends who support Inter. Hey, let them know. Let them know. Where will you do the watch along? If I'm not wrong, Aquí. If I'm not wrong, aquí, here on the channel, watch along Juve that is playing against Inter. Inter-Juve Derby d'Italia on the channel. I believe it's the first time I will do that. I believe it's the very first time I will do a watch along Inter-Juve here on the channel. So, will be nice. Will be nice. That's it. Guys, 46 minutes. Now I will go with a walk with my wife, shopping. Let's see. Here, Dave. He's making me do all the official work this weekend. So, okay, it's confirmed. I always cautious, you know. It's confirmed. So Dave and Dash will be on Juventus Twitch. My friends, guys, seriously. I'm really serious now. Huh? We are doing fantastic work on Juventus Twitch in both languages, Italian and English. Follow the watch-alongs, prepared watch-alongs, pre-game watch-along, fantastic. We are doing Talk Juve in English on the channel of Juve. You have official videos. You can see replays, you can see highlights, you can see all the players. We are bringing you players from Juventus Women, from Under 19, Next Gen, first team players. We speak in English as well. We ask English. Yesterday was fantastic. A coach on the channel. So I need also there, you know, go support us. Super important because guys, let's be honest. If there is no English people that are joining the lives, asking questions in English and so on, at a certain moment, it means that English people or English-speaking people are not interested in speaking with Federico Chiesa, Fagioli, or in the future, whoever you want to. And then we say, you know what, basta. We do everything in Italian and we stop, you know. Anyway, Tariq just joined with S2 Aki. Today, I accept Portuguese on the channel because I said it, my second favorite team ever can potentially become Benfica. Until today, and I'm 41, every person that asked me, Beppe, except of Juve, what is your favorite team? I said I have zero other team that I support. Even, you know, liking, I don't like other teams. Yeah, sometimes it can happen that I have a bit of sympathy for a team, like I had a bit of sympathy for Marseille when there was Ravanelli, a bit of sympathy for West Ham at a certain moment, a little sympathy for Arsenal when you had Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, Overmars, a little sympathy for the first Chelsea of Antonio Conte, you know, but it's not normal to have a sympathy a bit here, a bit here, a bit here. So, no, I don't like any other team. But attenzione. If Benfica is able to eliminate Inter, and then in second phase, or Milan, hopefully Milan, or Napoli, I sing in Portuguese the chance of Benfica. I'm not considering even buying the shirt of Benfica. Whatever happens in the final, I buy the shirt of Benfica. Let me check. Google. Benfica store. What is the store of Benfica? Here. Benfica merchandise. Vamos. What is this guy? Who is this guy? Who are you? Anyway. Ooh! A signed shirt. There are all the signatures. 90 euro for the shirt. Where is the signed shirt? Ooh, beautiful. Where is the signed shirt? Hey! This site is really corrupt. They promised me that there is also the fake version. Latin champion shirt. What does that even mean? Latin champion shirt. Retro. Train like a champion. I don't care. Where is the one with the signature? Let's not exaggerate. Guys, look, you are watching and immediately become one of us. No, let's not exaggerate. Tranquilli. Here. No, mamma mia. I forgot about him. My size is already not out. And now? How is this possible? You are in March and they have no stock anymore. Who is Sagres? I don't know that player. I don't know what's the problem here with that site. Really bad. So I will have to check somewhere else. And I don't like him. But anyway. Hey, go away. Okay, thank you. What was the score here? Here it was 4-2. I didn't change yet. I will change tomorrow. Anyway, grazie Juventini. I believe that we spoke about a lot of things. Dave, Benfica has a great year. Definitely the dark horse. Do a swap shirt with Rabona TV. No, I don't give my shirts away. He can give me one of his shirts. I will not give him any shirt of Juve. Beppe, why support a team that has Joao Mario? But if they can eliminate the other ones, I'm happy. Quick Beppe, take it away. Top beer. Marcio Leal. At first wanted Napoli to do well in Champions League. Now I've seen too many of their fans whining enough. Of course. It's a mutual respect. Look at how much they are criticizing you, mocking you, and whatever. They are wishing not that you receive the minus 15. They are wishing that your team is not going to Serie B. They are wishing that you are eradicated, that you are deleted as a club. Ciao Berardi, that yesterday scored a goal in the victory of Sassuolo versus Spezia 1-0 on a penalty. And Atalanta won with Højlund in the last minutes. 2-1 versus Empoli. They were led with 1-0. Ciao Julian. Guys, it's time to say goodbye to everyone. Sagres is a beer. You know better than me. I'm not an expert in beers. So I don't know. How to join Telegram? Amadou. Super easy. Look at Telegram. Telegram is here. Today it's really bad, but my fault. So Telegram is here. How do? You go into the description of this very video. You see, you have the description. The first line is join the membership. This is to become member of this channel. Below, you have the description, and then you have follow Beppe on TikTok. Yes, I do TikToks. Yes, I do TikToks. Follow Beppe on Instagram. Follow Beppe on Twitter. Follow the community on GJustjuve Telegram. You click, you enter. But first you have to download Telegram, of course. But the group is fantastic. We are now 1,201. It's not bad. What is the benefit? Of the Telegram group? Well, we post all the news. Like, for example, the people that are called up. You have the news, Gianluca Pessotto, reaction to Sky. We always double check before posting. We always double check if the source is right or not. For example, here, the calendar was posted quite fast. And then you can enter. You enter and you can discuss with stickers, with jokes, with whatever. If you don't want to, you can just put here a reaction. You don't have to talk. If you enter a discussion and you see that it's annoying you go out and you continue with the feed. And you will see no toxicity. The toxicity that you can see on a lot of social media. And answer, and answers, and fight. Here, no. You don't want to see it anymore. You go out. If you want to discuss with a lot of Juventini, you can. So, Look, Besimont, WTF, Bremer, happy birthday. This is not real. It is, Hanin. No wonder they are tired. This isn't normal anymore. The stocks of the J Medical that will increase. So you have beautiful discussion with the people, and if you want to, you participate. If you don't want to, you don't. And here, nobody can post. On the main page, only me and Mohamed El Shahali can post so that you have no toxicity. You want to enter... Behind the scene, Manchester United wanted Danilo this summer. Okay, you enter, what is the reaction? Arturo is saying, we don't care about Nicolo Schira because Fabrizio Romano didn't tweet it. Fake news from Steven Tirone that is not believing it. Ehab, interesting stuff, Manchester City rivals too. So you see, different opinions, all are accepted. Here, O is saying fake news. Fake news, fake news. People are not believing. Why? I don't know. I believe it's true. Manchester United, Bayern Munich were on the player. Has been reported by Nicolo Schira. Then maybe in the meanwhile, Fabrizio Romano, that is a hater of Nicolo Schira, he said in the meanwhile, it's not true. Let's see. But why? Is Romano better than Schira? I don't know. I'm checking here if there are some news from him. There is nothing. No, he's not talking about it, so I don't know why. Anyway, people are free to believe or not believe whatever they want to, but it's really nice. It's really nice. Zlatko, Beppe, I have one question. What is the reason you don't collaborate with all Juvecast? He spoke a little bit, but I want to hear from you as well. Guys, you know that these are the things that is between me and all Juvecast. You know that I always recommend all the people to not stick only to one channel, but to be open to go to other creators, because we have to reward the people that are doing great works everywhere. One is not better than the other. I always believe that at the end, Juventini, why choosing one? Go. And you can have multiple sources. It's like on television. Sometimes I'm watching Sky Sport because I want to listen to them. Sometimes I zap and I go to DAZN. It's the same thing. They are speaking about football. They are speaking about Juve. They are speaking about this. And you speak and you have different opinion, different... I read in the morning Gazzetta, Gazzetta, I don't like Gazzetta. Well, I read because I want to know what's their point of view, how they tell the story about Kenan Yildiz, about this and that. Then I read Tutto Sport, I read Corriere dello Sport. There are so many things. So, you know, I always recommended people. Last time I had Romeo Agresti on my channel. Then he did the same a few days later. I said, go guys, go and watch. You know, maybe there was some question I was not able to take, go in there. So since the beginning, I always did. Then, if I don't want to go, this is a big task. I don't like to speak about other people. This is not my way of doing personally. People are free to do, and I don't like to speak about other. Why? Why? People are smart enough and free enough. So it's not me that will speak bad about other people. And I never said, because this is a myth, the only thing I want to add, I never said I didn't want to collaborate. By the way, if you are really open, if you see, I invited in the past people from all Juvecast to the Juventus Twitch channel. I invited also Alberto here 1 year, a bit more than 1 year ago, for a charity where we collected with the channel more than €1,000 for cyber bullying. So people already collaborated with me. I was already in his channel a long time ago. So I never said that I don't want to collaborate. Never. Close chapter. Anyway, thank you, Zlatko, for the question. Interesting one. I don't know what he said about me. I don't care. Anyone is free to bring it up. Continue to support Juventini, because we are, as I said, Juventini of the world. I know that a lot of people, they start now the channel with Ciao Juventini and are doing a bit the same, a lot of people, I know, and that's great because we are great, growing. Fantastic community. Goldbridge is all about the vibes, though. Goldbridge, guys, I think Goldbridge, you can, for me, a content creator point of view, you can only appreciate and respect the work of goal bridge. Guys. Then you can be okay with his opinion, against his opinion. You can like the person, you can not like the person. It's affinity. Yeah? That's why the world is beautiful. But from a content creator, what United stand with their key, their symbol man, Mark Goldbridge is doing, you can only respect. You can only respect. For me, yeah. Remy, you missed my point. Goldbridge thinks the game against Juve will not be a tough game. But what game against Juve? Because we first need to qualify for Sporting. We need to qualify. We need to win. We need to beat Sporting. And they need to beat Sevilla. Goldbridge, if you're speaking not about, the talent of him, he has one problem. That he thinks and he posts. Why? Not because he's stupid, because he's really smart. He knows that his takes, good or bad, depending on what the result will be viral, and they will speak about it. So last time he said, Mamma mia, the Premier League is unpaired when Liverpool scored 2 goals versus Real Madrid. At the end, he wrote it on Twitter, immediately 5 goals over Real Madrid. He doesn't care. He's happy because his quote retweeted, bad promotion is good promotion. Now he's speaking bad about the Juve because, guys, the image that we gave internationally, it's not a beautiful image. We have to be honest with that as well, guys. Honestly, not because of us, but also partially because of us. We were out of Champions League. We have that -15. The people are speaking about it, speaking. We have a lot of injuries. He knows that Pogba is at Juve and never played. So I can understand it. Then let's see. Well, the last time, Arsenal were mocking Juve because they said, they couldn't wait to play versus Juve in Europa League so that they would make Vlahovic and Locatelli regret the choice of not joining them. What is happening at the end? They are not there and we go through. So, tranquilly. Last news and we close. Yildiz towards being called up again in the second time in a row with the next gen today 3 p.m. Italian time, Juve Milan, the first the first game of the Scudetto pool. Interesting new competition, so let's see. Ciao ragazzi, we see each other later. Grazie, forza Juve.